Okay, so let's dive a little bit deeper into how we're posting and what we should be doing to market ourselves in the most attractive way. Um, so, first thing we want to talk about is push versus pull. So, we want to pull people into our network. We want to pull people into our posts, pull people into our lives, pull people into our products, and not so much push them in there. And let me explain a little bit. So if we are pushing people into it, it's a very direct, a, a really direct, like overbearing type situation. And I guess probably the best way to explain would be through an example. So a push post would be buy my products, buy my skinny wraps. They're $59. They will tighten, tone, and firm. They have XYZ ingredients. Um, Buy my product. Okay, so that's a push. It's very bold, it's very blunt, it's very cold, it's very salesy, very advertising, and just not very inviting. If I see those kinds of posts on social media, I'm going to scroll right past them, and you don't want people to scroll right past your things. Posting should is a little bit of an art. And I know that in the first 30 days of your business, we're going to handhold you through that, but we do want you to eventually get to the point where you are creating your own content. A pull version of that same exact post about wraps is a picture of myself with a wrap on, saying, it's almost summertime, and I am so excited that my skinny wraps are on sale this week. They tighten, tone, and firm, and they'll have me bikini ready by the time my pool opens. I'm so excited. If you are trying to get bikini ready like I am, then hop in my DMs or leave a comment below. That's a whole, take a picture of me with a skinny wrap on, holding my swimsuit, or a skinny wrap on right by my pool, or something like that. So where I'm pulling people in, and it leaves a little bit more mystery. So that is kind of the push versus pull. So as you're thinking about things to post, take a hard look at them and say, is this direct? Does this look like an ad? Does this make me feel salesy? Or am I telling a story? Am I sharing something about a product that I have, or a product that I like, or a product that I'm excited to use? So that's push versus pull. You want to pull people into what you're doing and have them drawn to you. Something else that I know we briefly talked about before is the best times for you to post. So everybody's market is a little bit different. Everybody's network is a little bit different. For me, I have a lot of nighttime people. I'm a night owl. But a good rule of thumb to figure out what time your network is the most active is to just start with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Most moms, or I say moms because that's who my market is. Most people, when they get up in the morning, they pick up their phone and they scroll. So early in the morning, if you want to share something inspirational or a funny quote or something like that, I tend to keep it really light in the mornings, because people get up and they just scroll. They're putting off their day or diving right into it and just looking for something mindless to read. So I do a post first thing in the morning. Again, at lunchtime, people are eating lunch, scrolling, burning some time, and then at dinner time. Or after dinner time, a lot of people in this business have kids or grandkids or whatever. And so evening time is busy. So after the dinner time hour, I either find like the 5 o'clock time, when people are first getting off work, or after the dinner hour. So maybe 8 o'clock, when kids are maybe in bed, or the night routine is calming down. People are a little bit more active on social media. So play around with the times that you post, but likely 2 o'clock in the afternoon is not going to be a high traffic time for anybody, just because most people work, most people have kids in school or whatever. So that's an example of when not to post, because people likely are not active. Then you want to make sure that when you are posting, that you are taking advantage of when the most people are active on social media. Something else to do if you're trying to figure it out, is you can set a timer for like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 11, noon, 5, and 8. and go to your Facebook Messenger and go to the people at the bottom and look at the active people, and it will tell you how many of your Facebook friends are active at that point. So you can kind of do that for a couple of days. And if you have 1,000 friends and at 5 o'clock every day, 800 of them are active, then you need to be posting at 5 o'clock every single day, because a majority of your network is active then. So when to post is 2 to 4 times a day, no more than that, because you do not want to overshare. It will kill your Facebook algorithm. And make sure that they are 2 to 3 hours apart. So spread your post out and start with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's the easiest one. The last thing I'll say about when to post is you should be posting daily. You are open for business every single day, and you should be posting daily, especially in the beginning when you are establishing your consistency. Some days you may post 2 times, some days you may post 4, but you need to be posting every single day. It is very important that people see you showing up every single day. The next thing on here, I just kind of have some do's and don'ts, and I'm going to show you what I mean after I kind of walk through it a little bit. I've got a graphic that I think will make a lot more sense. It kind of goes back to the push-pull thing, is you want your timeline or your Instagram feed to be very aesthetically pleasing. You don't want to look like a sales ad. 10 years ago, the way that we marketed, even as a company, even as it works, is very, very different than the way that we market now. We do a lot of attraction marketing. We want to invite people into our lifestyle, into this product lifestyle, and just share that way. You want to make sure that you are, so that's a do. You want to invite versus push versus pull, right? So you want to pull people in versus pushing people in. The first don't is don't copy and paste. I say that, and we're going to give you the post every single day in the newbie chat, but it is different than copy and pasting. You are going to start following some leaders. You're going to start following some sideline sisters, and you may say, oh my gosh, I love the post that Jamie did this morning. Copy paste and share my post. Please don't do that. Don't do that for any of your sideline sisters or any of your leaders, because one, it hurts their algorithm, because Facebook marks it as spam for both of us. If everybody is copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, then Facebook says, nope, that is not original content. It is spam, and they lower all of our algorithms. So please don't copy and paste immediately. What I do instead is I have an inspiration collection, just like we have host to post collections. I have an inspiration post collection. If I have a friend, like my friend Candace did a post the other day and I loved it, so I saved it to my inspiration post collection. And then on a day that I may be feeling less than inspired, I can go there, I can copy something days later or weeks or months or even years later, copy and paste it to my notes, tweak it to sound like me, change it, and then use it with my own picture, with my own thing. Okay. So be sure and don't copy and paste. It does more harm to you and the person that you are borrowing from than you can imagine. Facebook algorithm is a real thing. So don't copy and paste, because it equals spam. Find your voice. That's something else. You may not know what to post immediately, or you may not know like your standpoint. Branding yourself is a whole nother ball game, but just find your voice. If on the lines of copy and pasting, if I do a post and I use the word y'all or babe or sis in there, and you would never say that, your audience knows who you are. They know how you talk. And if you copy and paste my post, they know that it's not you. They know that it's not a genuine post. So be genuine, find your voice, and say it the way that you would say it. Something else that that's really important. We do run a lot of sales. And so unless there's a particular sale going on, I rarely mention prices in my posts. You want to leave a little bit of mystery, and prices equals ads or equals salesy. And you don't want your post to look like an ad or a sale. I am a really visual person. So I've got I've got an example pulled up really quick that I'd like to show that just kind of shows the difference between an ad or a sale. And if you have been doing some posting or whatever and not using what exactly we're giving you, then do a self check on your timeline and make sure that you're not making some of these mistakes, because I know that I sure did whenever I was first posting. So let me share my screen and I will show you. So this is how some people used to market. Okay, that's very salesy, that's very in your face, that's very come join my business right now, da 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 da, what not to post. We do not want it to look like an ad. If it could appear in a magazine as an ad, that's not what we want. Instead, we want something like this. This is much more inviting. This is much more user friendly. This is just, I mean, we still have before and after pictures down here. We see her family. We see her with the products. We see all these different things. We see really pretty pictures of the products. There are inspirational quotes, lots of things, versus come join my business, come buy my products. Okay, so there's a huge difference between the two. And so I want you to take a hard look at your Facebook and make sure that you're following these guidelines. This kind of stuff is on Pinterest or on, if you Google whatever, you don't want to use this kind of stuff. This is not what we post. This is what we post. So posting, like I said, it is an art and it does take practice. And your sponsor and myself would be happy to help you with it. But just find your voice. Don't be an ad. Don't be a salesy. Don't look like a billboard. And just invite people along on the journey. Invite people along on the product journey. Share what you're currently loving. Share your journey. And just be you. People buy you before they buy products or before they buy the business. So being genuine to yourself and to what you're doing is one of the most important things that you can do when you're posting. So, and then always there is the Posting for Success page that you will have full access to. Again, it's a big brain dump of a whole bunch of really amazing posts, picture ideas, things like that. And we are trying to update that consistently so that you've always got something to refer back to for inspiration. So those are a few important tips and tricks on posting, but yeah, just don't overshare, find your voice, and then go invite the world.